Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we're talking about battery chainsaws. I have STIHL's 2025 lineup. There's 10 saws. Some are residential, some are commercial. I'm gonna help you pick out which one's best for you. Stay tuned. Introducing STIHL's residential lineup. GTA26, 4-inch bar, $199. MSA60, 12-inch bar, $329. MSA70, 12-inch bar, $399. MSA80, 14-inch bar, $489. First off, all the homeowner saws are sold as a bundle. So they come in a box with a battery and charger. You can even buy them online, they ship them to your door. They're pretty easy to put together. First, this GTA26. This is a handy little tool for everyone. I know commercial guys that run them, and I know 90-year-old women who run them. My mom has one. She also has the holster, and when she goes out in the yard, she carries it with her all day. This runs off of this little battery here. Has 25 minutes of runtime. We've tested it. It's true. You can do a lot of damage with 25 minutes on this saw. And you have this little 4-inch bar, but you can surprise yourself with what you can cut. You know, stuff that size, it'll cut through, no problem. The negatives on this saw is it doesn't have an automatic oiler. So you do have a little oil bottle that comes with it, and you have to manually put oil in the chain. It's not running that fast, so it doesn't get that hot. And the adjuster is a more manual adjustment. So you open this knob, you pull the chain tight as you tighten this knob back down. We'll see on the newer version of this, the more commercial version of this, how this has been upgraded and the oiler's been upgraded as well. So this might not be your end-all be-all chainsaw, but it could be a great addition to your tool lineup. Here we have the 60, the 70, and the 80. And these are all similar. These have 12-inch bars, this has a 14-inch bar. They all come with a different battery. This comes with a 20, a 30, and the new 30S here. And then you have the power step up as you come across the line. This is 0.7 kilowatts, this is 0.9 kilowatts, and this is 1.2 kilowatts. This is getting to be quite powerful. They all run STIHL's quarter pitch chain. This is a chain they developed specifically for battery saws that's very skinny, and so it has very little drag, and it has great cutting performance. So even though if you converted kilowatts to horsepower, this is roughly 1 horsepower, and this is getting up into like the 1.67 type horsepower range, similar to what you would see on a gas MS170 saw with this saw right here. But because the chain is so skinny, the cut is actually faster. Additionally, all of the saws feature this toolless chain adjustment, which is very handy. As you develop slack in your chain, you just tighten that slack out. Like that, and tighten this back up. And they all feature an automatic oiler. So this is an oil tank that you keep full of oil, and when you're operating this saw, there's a worm gear that's feeding oil into the track of the chain to keep it cool. They're all pretty light. With battery, these two are just under 10 pounds, and then this one is just over 10 pounds. And as a reminder, the price is $329, $399, and $489. So really, it's just a decision of how much do you want to spend. The more you spend here, the more performance you're going to get. They're all going to work pretty well on trees in this size range. If you got stuff bigger than that, we have saws for you, and we're going to talk about those now. Introducing the professional line of products. GTA40, 6-inch bar, 2 batteries, $399. MSA160, 12-inch bar, $359. unit only. MSA220, 16-inch bar, $449 unit only. The MSA300, up to a 20-inch bar, $859 unit only. Let's get down to business with these commercial saws. First off, the GTA40. We've done a video on this. We're climbing trees. It says it runs for 50 minutes, and we can confirm that. It runs off 2 of those AS2 batteries. So it gives it more power, gives it longer run time. It allows it to run this 6-inch bar and chain. It has an old school tool style side access tensioner, which we like. This is a very durable system with no problems. And it has an oil reservoir. So you can fill this up with bar oil, and a gear is going to feed this onto the chain and track. No more having to oil it with the pin oiler of the GT26. This is a lightweight unit that's 4.4 pounds with the batteries. Get you one. Let's talk about the MSA160. This is in the AP battery family. It is a 12-inch bar and chain. It is still the same chain characteristic that we looked at on the AK product family. This is a quarter pitch, so it's very skinny, very little drag. It has the side or the easy chain adjustment, same as the AK product family. Automatic oiler, and you notice the battery slot is different here. So here you can pick from a variety of batteries down to the AP200, which is their lightweight battery, all the way up to the AP500S, which is an expensive battery, but it's going to give you the longest run time and the longest longevity out of your battery. But typically people buying the saw are going to be buying the saw for $359 and a battery, an AP300S for $320, and then a charger for as little as $64. With that setup, you have 62 minutes of runtime. The next up still makes it, the MSA200, but they've really replaced it with this saw, the MSA220. This is much more powerful saw than the 160. This is putting out 1.7 kilowatts, so over 2 horsepower. And this is where they jump you into a 16-inch bar and chain, and it is the thicker 3/8 Pico 50 gauge, so you can run a yellow label aggressive chain that's capable of plunge cutting. You still have your easy chain adjuster on the side, automatic oiler, and this one is typically also bundled with an AP300S battery, such as this. This saw is $449, $320 battery, $64 charger. And because of the higher power consumption, this saw with this battery will run for 40 minutes. Next up, the MSA300. This is the most powerful battery saw in the world. It has the largest bar and chain available on a battery saw, 20-inch, and a lot of heavy-duty commercial features. First off, the body of this saw is all magnesium alloy. You have the metal bumper spikes. You have the dual bar nuts. You have side access chain tensioner. But you also have a full AV system and a vibration. You have oil control. You can change the flow rate of your bar and chain oil. You have 3 different power settings, as well as a full control panel showing you your bar and chain oil level, whether or not your chain brake is on or off, and then a toggle between power settings. Pros and cons of this saw. This saw is $859. It requires this $481 battery to power it, and then a charger as little as $64. So you're some bucks into it. And then how long will it run? says up to 44 minutes. Now that depends on your power settings. We have a video where we competed with this saw against a 271, and we found that it could cut a giant log, and it probably outcut the 271, but we were out of battery after about 12 cuts. So if you were a homeowner who just wanted a big battery saw that you didn't have to crank, you didn't have to worry about storing fuel in, you weren't concerned with price, this could be the saw for you. If you're a commercial operator, you may not have the runtime you need to get through a long day with lots of cuts unless you have a lot of batteries in inventory. Lastly, and very quickly, let's talk about the T models. These are the top handle models that you can strap to your belt and climb up in a tree and operate. You have the older version, the MSA161, and the newer, heavier duty MSA220. This is a 0.99 kilowatt engine, and this is a 1.7 kilowatt engine. This one is all plastic. This one is magnesium alloy. So this is the same engine that's in the MSA220 without the T, with the rear handle, just in a T option with a top handle setup. Price, the MSA161 is $329, and typically recommended to be run with the AP200 battery. That battery is $200, plus charger, $64. The MSA220, because it's a bigger, more powerful engine, it's recommended that you run it with the AP300S for $320. As you can see, STIHL has a lot of options. From the little lightweight handheld with the AS2 battery, love those. I can't say anything negative about them, to the AK bundles, where they come with a battery and charger at a great price, to the AP stuff, you know, the really heavy duty battery stuff that's magnesium case and oil control and anti-vibration, all these things that are not available from any of the import in a box things that you see at the big box store. And that's a good point. STIHL is not a big box brand. STIHL is a family owned, made in Virginia, dealer only product where you have support. And if you don't happen to have a STIHL dealer near you, which is our first recommendation, check out our website. We have all this product available to ship to your door. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.